And so the countdown begins. Is Bitcoin potentially setting up for one of the most heinous market corrections in the recent trend? Or, my friends, may this just in fact be the launching point before a retest of the highs? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. Over the past 48 hours, Bitcoin has been ping-ponging, retesting and getting rejected roughly around the $12,000 region. And my friends, this has been one insane range here. Whipsaw action, up, down, up, down. And to me, ladies and gentlemen, this is nothing more than liquidation hunter bots, stop loss hunter bots, etc., etc. And right now, where we stand in the trend is an absolutely critical point in time here, as I believe we are at the ultimatum point. This trend right now is going to have to make a decision. Are the bulls going to rip through this region, rip through the downward sloping trend line of resistance from the high at 14,000? Or, my friends, is this the point where we get one of the most heinous market sell-offs we've seen in quite some time? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame. And before we discuss any further, I really just want to hit home here with what this action is here, in my opinion. And to me, what this is, ladies and gentlemen, is classic bot action, right? HFTs, high frequency trading bots. What happens here is that when you get to these critical levels, right? And this was a critical level here as we had ripped through resistance and then consolidated, and we needed to go and retest the downward sloping trend line, right? So what winds up happening here, guys, is that the bots go on a stop hunt or a liquidation hunt, right? And you generally see these large candles up, followed by immediate candles back down. The objective of these candles here is to clear the order book, liquidate many traders. It's a squeeze, right? It's a squeeze. So what wound up happening here is we consolidated, we got a squeeze, then we come right back down. Then, ladies and gentlemen, just in the other direction, I mean, not many hours later, we go down, break down below the local support, which was a bearish signal, right, that you drop below the local support line. And then, what do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Ding, ding, ding. Chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. We get another hunt right up after we drop below that support. And then right after that, another drop immediately back down. This has been one extremely choppy range here, thus leading me to my thesis here, my theory, that this is going to be the range here that defines this whole macro trend, in my opinion. This is either going to be the point here where the trend is done. The bulls have reached their point of maximum exhaustion, and we're going to continue this downtrend of lower highs and lower lows and continue deep down into the crypto abyss. Or, my friends, we are in fact going to see this rocket ship here to test up into the next critical areas of the trend. And this is what I want to discuss, because right now I believe whether it's a dump or an immense pump, the countdown has officially began. I do not believe we can last much longer inside this range, so let's get right to it. All right, so it's obvious here that we have rejection now at about the $12,300 region, right? 2 4-hour candles here. We went up there briefly, got rejected, but now we have still maintained this support upon the parabolic trajectory trend line, right? All the way from down here, roughly 9,200, 9,400, depending upon where your wicks are being counted from. Bitcoin has been on a very nice parabolic trajectory, and we can see there's many touch points along this line here. Absolutely a nice handful of touch points, and even up here with all of that heinous whipsaw action that we saw yesterday, we did maintain this line. You can see both wicks here maintained perfect structure here upon this trend line. Let's get this crypto. So now we find ourselves going back up into this red box. Now for me, you guys would know if you are subscribed here, this red box has a lot of bearish confluence in it. Not only just many peaks and resistance to support flips, etc., all throughout this region here, but also when we zoom out, we do have our 0.618 Fibonacci extension that lines up directly in this range as well. And as we should all know by now, especially if you are subscribed here, that per classical technical analysis theory, the 0.618 is generally a spot that the bulls like to test up to, and then the bears like to come in strong and test if they can shut the market down at that point. And if you want a example of this, the most recent one we saw was when we topped out here, up near the 14,000 vicinity, and we go all the way over here, ladies and gentlemen, and what do you know? Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, yet again. The 0.618 Fibonacci extension of the macro trend was exactly where we topped out at, in that vicinity. Let's get this crypto. So for me, this little range here, right now, we did hit our 0.618. We have found rejection. We are respecting the downward sloping trend line amidst a series of lower highs and lower lows on the macro trend. And my friends, right now, this is the area that is going to need to see volume and a epic candle to rip us through this zone to a new high, and then look to get into this teal box right here, right now. Because, my friends, if this range does act as resistance here and we wind up plunging, right, and the countdown has began, Don Carbonaccio, post this analysis right here, all the moon boys, oh, Kirby, the clickbait title, the countdown to the dump, but Kirby, we're up. These clowns, ladies and gentlemen, they can sit here and cry to Don Carbonaccio all they want. This week especially, ladies and gentlemen, it's beginning to get startling to me. I've seen a lot of, what's the nice way to put this, ladies and gentlemen? There is no nice way. Dumb money coming back into this market. People with 0.1 bitcoins, Kirby. My whole portfolio, 0.1 bitcoins. And they all are here, ladies and gentlemen, looking for the moon. Oh, Kirby, but, I just bought 0.01 Bitcoin, and, by the year 2026, it's going to be 10 million per coin, Kirby, 10 million per coin. When I start to see a lot of these moon boy, hullabaloo, garbaggio preachers, what I see, ladies and gentlemen, is that we may be entering a zone that gets very problematic. Because these people, when you're trading with very small amounts of capital, the truth of the matter is that most of these people are not traders, they're not investors, they are gamblers, ladies and gentlemen, playing with small amounts of money, looking for a jackpot, essentially, right? A lottery ticket mentality, where they put in a small amount and it turns into 1,000 times their investment. These people do not know about market cycles. They do not know about technical analysis. They do not know about trading. They do not know about proper risk reward, bankroll management, risk mitigation, etc., etc. And they come on here and they cry to Don Carbonaccio like I got a shoulder for them to lean on. My friends, listen here. When I see this type of action come into the market that we've ripped up now, let's use our price range tool. We've ripped up essentially 30% in, 10, 15 days, 2 weeks, right? And then you start to see all of these comments with people with $25 worth of Bitcoins. it gets startling for me, ladies and gentlemen, because that is the type of money you see enter the market when we may potentially be reaching a point where there is no more dumb money to speculate up. Right? And this also coincides for me here with our resistance range that I just pointed out. All of the past history here, our 0.618 Fibonacci extension. If we look at the RSIs, we've been overextended. We still are close to overextended now. On the daily, we're even getting close to overextended. On the weekly, I believe, yes, we are right at the overextended territory right now. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm seeing here is the potential that this could be the area where the bears do look to regain some momentum. It doesn't have to happen this way, right? Technical analysis does not predict the future. That's the other thing. Oh, it hurts my brain sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, that when you start to see these over-exuberant moon boys up in these regions, they start to say, oh, technical analysis, Kirby, it doesn't mean anything. You know, one day, Kirby, Satoshi's just going to prove to us that we're going to the moon. Technical analysis is not a future predictor. Technical analysis evaluates and analyzes past price action to potentially see where the high probability, high reward, low risk trade setups are to be found based on prior price action, which can help you in future trades, right? That is the basis of it. But many people right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing this, and this is not a rant, right? Trust me, if you're a regular here, if you are subscribed and you take the bell and you listen to these streams each and every day, this is not a random rant here. What I'm telling you right now is that when I see these types of people and these comments entering the market, this is a psychological indicator for the dawn that tells me that we may be entering an area of high risk, right? So for me, coupling all of that with the area we are at now, the RSIs being overextended, the 0.6 extension, 0.618 Fibonacci extension being hit, this red box of resistance being hit, the downward sloping trend line being hit, the higher low still being in at this point in time. Let's get this crypto. All of this to me, ladies and gentlemen, is still very startling here. And I'm not going to say just because we're up 30% in 14 days that this looks like the bulls are back in control. Because to me, ladies and gentlemen, to Don Carbonaccio, I do not believe that it in fact has to be the case. In fact, to me, we still appear to be in a bearish structure. We still appear to be in a zone where the bears can flip this thing at any point in time. Sure, the bulls could get through here, and that's what I'm going to discuss next. But if the bears are going to stay in control here, my friends, you see my first target zone, right? Right here. 11,200 down to 11,000 flat, as we would need, in my opinion, to hold this line. At that point in time, the parabolic trend line would be broken, right? But it may be okay because we may be able to form something of a bull flag in this region, right? You see that, that we would break this, but it could act as a flagpole all the way up, right? Chop, chop, chop on new support, and then look to flagpole to the upside. I see that. But if this region does not hold, ladies and gentlemen, this green box here between 11,200 and 11,000, for me, my friends, the targets start to get much lower. And if you are subscribed here, you would know on yesterday's stream, I was pointing out the possibilities that this could all be a descending triangle pattern formation here, which if we do test back down to the bottom, the baseline of support down in the low 9,000s, we would have essentially 3 touch points along the top, and this would be, maybe the 6th or so touch point along the bottom, which is certainly fair game for this trap door to give way and plunge us deep down into the crypto abyss. And, an example of a descending triangle is back here in 2018, that we had a series of lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, all the way down, exemplified by the red arrows, and a flat line of support along the bottom before the trapdoor gave way and we capitulated roughly 50% to the downside. Let's get this crypto. And I monitor all of this, ladies and gentlemen, right? You should all know, especially my VIPs. Shout out to my VIPs. You guys know that I played this breakdown right here like a savage. This was also when Bitcoin Cash was having problems there. It was a hash war, right? It was the hash war between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, and right there I was shorting Bitcoin, I was shorting Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, etc. It was absolutely epic. Played this like a T, and at this point in time too, you had the dumb money here going, Kirby, the bottom's in, it's the generational low, Kirby, life-changing money, oh! And then they all went away because Don Carbonaccio got on the right side of the trade, while all of these degenerates got wrecked in here going long when all of the technicals showed that we should likely have downside probability there. And then they all came back right up in here, right? I saw some names, ladies and gentlemen. These they make like I forget who they are. I remember your names, Moon Boys. I remember you degenerates. And I see you back here once the market goes parabolic again. Emotional, losing degenerates. They only they're fair weather traders, ladies and gentlemen. Don Carbonaccio is here day in and day out. Whether it rains or it pours or it's sunshine, any of it. Don Carbonaccio is here in the trenches day in and day out, ready to get this crypto and crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. All of these clowns, ladies and gentlemen, they can continue to get wrecked, right? They can cry all they want. Oh, you use those crazy voices, Kirby. Why? Why? When you come onto this stream, James, when you come into the house that Don Carbonaccio built, you can either like it or you don't like it. But either way, you better learn to love it, because this stream right here is the best thing going inside the cryptocurrency space today. Let's get this crypto. Diamonds are forever, and so is Don Carbonaccio. Sheesh. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to explore the bullish side to this, because I give you the bearish, right? I gave you the bearish, and they're all going to cry. They probably already left the video because they're fair weather, moon boy, muffin top, garbaggio degenerates. But now, for all of you realists that have stayed here and are ready to get this crypto and crush this market, I'd like to explain the possibilities here of a bullish rip to the upside. So let's get this crypto. But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Now, if we are to break this region, ladies and gentlemen, this is the area to watch. Many traders will have a alert placed right here at this region, which is roughly 12,400-ish. That is a break to a new local high. And my friends, my next target then is going to be up in this teal box. As you can see, it coincides there with the previous macro high top, and what do you know, our 0.786 Fibonacci extension, which is right up there in this range here, ladies and gentlemen. For me, is between 12,900 and 13,200. Let's get this crypto. That's going to be, I'm going to have to play that day by day, ladies and gentlemen, because for me, this is a feat in and of itself to get to this range. I just explained all of the bearish possibilities here. And now for me, if we are to break up into this region, it's going to require further analysis at that point in time based upon the indicators at that level. Because right now, things will definitely change if we get up here. So for the time being, that is my target to the upside. If we break this region, it wouldn't surprise me at all to get up to potentially 12,900 or 13,200 to retest a potential double Fibonacci. Let's get this crypto. And also, I forgot two more bearish things here. I mean, I'm back to the bearish just because it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It truthfully is what it is. The NVT here, you know, is back testing the support line here. Excuse me, there's a potential here that we may look to get rejected upon this line here as well, right? Old support then becoming new resistance here on the NVT as well. Let's get this crypto. I'm going to remain monitoring this here, as this is very unique what we're seeing here on the NVT. Historically, it generally likes to go down in a straight line after aggressively breaking the downtrend, but right now we had the aggressive break and it has found itself trying to get pulled back up above the 150 region, which is what makes this indicator red. Let's get this crypto. I will be monitoring it, but for the time being right now, still underneath that resistance level, still tentatively bearish for the dawn. And also, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, please do not forget about the gap here on the CME futures chart, right? You should all know by now, if you are subscribed, I've been calling for this, essentially, not calling for it, I've been showing this to you here. That's what I meant to say. That we had a gap here between 10,648 and 10,100. That gap was filled, right? And all the moon boys, we'll never fill that gap, Kirby. We'll never fill that gap, as they're buying in all the way at the top, right? They continue to buy only green parabolic candles. They don't buy dips. They don't short parabolic candles. All they do is buy parabolic candles like degenerates, right? And then we drop down, and right now we never filled this gap here. It is yet to be filled, and that is between, you know, roughly 89.64 and 8,500. So if we do break to the downside, and I'm not ruling this out as a potential target here, in my opinion, let's get this crypto. And guys, this was a tough love stream here today, right? You all hear it, the passion in Don Carbonacchio's voice. And this is because right now, I'm ready to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. And my friends, I keep you updated with every trade I make, every strategy that I formulate. I post it all for you in VIP, in real time, around the clock. You all know, if you're subscribed here, I can only post these streams here on YouTube once per day. But in VIP, I post around the clock, 24/7, as I make my trades in real time, as I enter, as I exit, as I take profit, as I adjust my stop loss, etc., etc. I post it all for you in real time in VIP. Don't be getting wrecked here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be taking that trip to Wrecked City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you all in VIP, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not already in VIP right now, I do not know what you're doing. So shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. So as the dust settles here, ladies and gentlemen, as the sun rises in the east and sets on the west on these moonboy degenerates, the question I have for you is this. Are you going to see what's going on here in the price action and prepare to crush the market? Or are you just going to disregard everything and get crushed? The choice is yours. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you all in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. So guys, it has been an absolute pleasure here. If you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Right now, guys, I see that the potential for a massive movement from this exact range is right around the corner, in my opinion. Do not get caught like a deer in the headlights here. You're better than that. I'm going to be trading it aggressively. I'm going to keep you updated in real time to the exact second with my trades in VIP. I will be posting it for you in VIP. And guys, don't forget about this either. On yesterday's stream, I told you I've been receiving comments that many of you are not getting notifications when I post these analyses here each and every day. So once you are subscribed and you tick the bell, make sure that when you tick the little bell, it says all. It gives you two options. It says personalized or all. Make sure that it says all, because if it says personalized, it will not give you every video. So make sure it says all, and then in theory, you should get every video that I post with a notification in real time. Let's get this crypto. So guys, right now, do not get wrecked here. I'm ready to crush this market. Are you? Let's get this crypto. I'll see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.